Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be introducing the decimal fraction. So what is decimal fraction? So decimal fraction is nothing but a fraction having 10, 100, 1000. So the multiples of 10 in denominator is called decimal fraction. So 5 by 10, 16 by 100, 7 by 1000. So any fraction having 10 or multiples of 10 in denominator, then it is called a decimal fraction. Now what is a decimal fraction? So decimal fraction is nothing but you are going to separate the higher quantity and the lower quantity. For example, the length of a pencil is 7 centimeter 5 mm. Now see here, this is 7 centimeter and this is millimeter. Now this is a higher quantity, this is a lower quantity. Now if I want to specify them, so I am going to write 7.5 centimeter. In the same way, if I take 5 rupees 75 pies. Now rupees is the higher quantity, pies is lower quantity. So I can write this as 5.75 rupees. Yes, in the same way you can even take 5450 grams. Now this is nothing but we can write 5000 plus 450 grams. Now 5 is nothing but 5 kg and 450 grams. Now you know that 1 kg is equal to 1000 grams. So 5000 is nothing but 5 kg. Now this is a higher quantity, this is a lower quantity. I am taking help of a decimal point and separating it and writing it as a 5.450 kg. So hope you have understood what is the purpose of using a decimal point. So decimal point is going to separate the higher quantity and the lower quantity. So let's learn the place value chart of a decimal fraction. So this is the place value chart of a decimal fraction. Now here you can see that ones, tens, 100, 1000 is as usual. You have learned the place value chart, but here you are going to learn after decimal point there is 10th place, 100th place. So th you have to stress on this. So I'll say you why I have written th. 10th, 100th, 1000th, 10,000th. Now what is this? Now this is nothing but, let me write the place values of this. Now this is ones, this is tens, this is 100, this is 1000. So after the decimal point, I told you the decimal point is nothing but it is going to separate the higher quantity and the lower quantity. Now 10th is nothing but 1 by 10th. 100th is 1 by 100. 1000th is 1 by 1000. 10,000, 1 by 10,000. Yes, so here the value is going to increase by 10 times. Now here the value is going to decrease by 10 times. So before the decimal point, the value will increase by 10 times. Yes, so after the decimal point, the value is going to decrease by 1 by 10th. So the value is going to decrease by 10 times. So here decreased in the sense 1 by, so that is the reason I wrote 10th. So the 10 is in denominator. 100th 1 by 100, 1000th 1 by 1000, 10,000 is nothing but 1 by 10,000. I give an example to how to place a number in a place value chart. Yes, I have taken three examples. One is 19.4 and 0.3, 205.9. How to read a number? Now, whenever you have a number, for instance, 4, I've taken a number. Now, whenever you take this number, you have to read the number as 4 point. So, after the point digits, you need to read as a single digit 4.543. You are not supposed to read 4.543. If it is, you have 745.016. Now, how to read this number? Now, do remember, before the decimal point you can read as 745, but after the decimal point read the number by using a single digits. Now it is like that, 745.016. I repeat once again, 745.016, because here the value is, it's not a whole number. Yes, it is a decimal point, is a smaller value. So we are going to separate and read them. Now for example, yes, so 136.725. Yes, so do remember, after decimal point read the number by individual digit. So let me place the decimal numbers in a chart. So the first one is 19.4. So 19. So 9 is in ones place, 1 is in tens place, and you have a decimal point, and after that 4. Yes, so in the same way, second one, it is 0.3. So you have a decimal point and 3 is placed here. Now before the decimal point we need to keep a 0. Why? Because we can't just write 0.3. So to make it clear, we are using 0 to make it difference at 0.3. And next one is 205.9. So I'll just take 42. Yes, so it is 205.942. So write 5 in ones place, 0 in tens place, 2 in hundreds place, decimal point. Now 9 is in 10th place, 4 is in 100th place, and 2 is in 1000th place. Yes, now I'll just show you the expansion form of this. So one by one I'm going to explain. Now the first one, A, 19.4. As I told you, 9 is in ones place, 1 is in tens place. So just write expansion form as usual, that is 10 plus 9. Now after the decimal point I told you have to take it as 10th. So it is plus 4 by 10. Yes, so do remember, after decimal point it is 10th, not tens, it is 10th place. So next one, 0.3. Now here you know no need to write 0. So if you get confused, you can just write 0 plus 3 is in 10th place, so 3 by 10. Yes, or you can even write 3 by 10. Next one, C, 205.942. Now as usual this will be expansion form is 200 plus 0 plus 5. Now after the decimal point it is 9 into 1 by 10 plus 4 into 1 by 100 plus 2 into 1 by 1000. So normally when you are writing an expansion form, how you are going to write? Now 2 is in hundreds place. So I'll just repeat once again. Now 2 into 100 plus 0 into 10. So 0 into 10 is nothing but 0. So you can neglect that. So 5 is in ones place. So 5 into 1. So this is nothing but 2 into 100 is 200 plus 5 into 1 is 5 plus 9 into 1 by 10 is nothing but 9 by 10 plus 4 into 1 is 4 by 100 plus 2 into 1 by 1000 is 2 by 1000. Yes, so this is the expansion form of a decimal fraction. Yeah, let me explain the next content. Now, let me explain what is a decimal, what is a fraction. Now, fraction, you know that 1 by 2. Yes, so 1 by 2 is a proper fraction. Now, this fraction can be converted into decimal. How it is possible? Let me show. Now, denominator will be the divisor, numerator will be the dividend. Yes, and you need to divide. Now 1 is smaller than 2. In this case, we have to take 2 zeros is 0. So it is when you subtract, you're going to get 1. Now whenever you have a smaller number, you can place a decimal point. By taking a decimal point, you can add 1 0 to it. Now 2 5s is 10. And when you subtract, you're going to get 0. Now 1 by 2 can be written as 0.5. Now this 0.5, when you have a 0.5 like this, now what is the number you have over here? It is 5. And after the decimal point, how many digits you have? 1 digit. So you can take, because you have a decimal point, write 1. After the decimal point, you have 1 digit. So write 1 0. Now here there is a possibility of cancellation. 5 ones, 5 twos. So you have got the original fraction. So there is a relation between a fraction and a decimal fraction. So this decimal fraction can be converted into fraction, and this fraction can be converted into decimal. Yes, so so let me take one more example and show you. 0.25. Now what is the number over here? It is 25. So write the number in the numerator by, you have a decimal point, place 1. After decimal point, you have 2 digits. So add 2 zeros. Now here these two can be cancelled, that is simplified. So that is 5 5s, 5 20s. Now again it can be simplified. So 5 1s, 5 4s. So 1 by 4. So this decimal fraction has been converted into fraction. So same way the fraction can also be converted into decimal fraction. So let's do few problems regarding this. So the first question. Yes, so this is the question. Write the decimals as fractions. Now as I told you, a number which is before the point is a whole number, and the number after the decimal point, it's a part. I'll just repeat. So before the decimal point, this is an whole number and this will be a parts. Or I can say this is higher quantity, and after the decimal point it will be a lower quantity. Yes, so here first one, 0.6. Now here before decimal point you have a 0. So no whole 0 doesn't have any value. So I'll just write the expanded format 0 plus. Now after the decimal point you have a digit 6 by. Now because you have a decimal point, write 1. Now after the decimal point you have only one digit, so write 10. Now 0 doesn't have any value, so this is nothing but 6 by 10. So the next one, 2.5. Now before the decimal point you have a whole number, so that whole number can be expressed as 2 plus, and this is after the decimal point, it is a 10th place. So after the decimal point you have a digit, that is 5, and after the decimal point you have one digit, so that is nothing but 10. 2 plus 5 by 10. Next, the third one, 6.4. So same way, before the decimal point 6 plus, so 6 plus, after the decimal point you have 4 by. Now after the decimal point you have only one digit, so it is 10. So now I have expanded. Now this one I can write it as 2 5 by 10. 2 5 by 10, and this can be written as 6 4 by 10. If you expand, let me show how you will be getting the decimal fraction. Now if at all 6 4 by 10, as you know, in the fractions I explained you how to convert a mixed fraction to improper fraction. Yes, so here 10 into 6 plus 4 by the denominator as it is. Now here 10 into 6 is 60, 60 plus 4 is 64 by 10. Now this can be written as, now write the number in the numerator as it is. Now how many zeros you have? 1 0. So after the one digit you have to place a decimal point. So 6.4, you got the question what we have taken. So this fraction, this decimal fraction I have converted into fraction, and this can be converted into a decimal fraction. Hope you have understood. If you have understood, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.